You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, everybody? It's your boy, Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders Podcast. And today, this is music day, apparently, because we got an awesome guest right now. I mean, does modern and abstract painter. He's an electronic musician, currently signed to Noodle Bake Music, all right? He has a brand new EP out right now called Monster, all right? And you can follow him on a whole bunch of socials. Let me introduce the big homie himself, the future legend, because he's in the making right now, the one, the only Big Empty Zero. What's popping, kiddo? How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming on, bro. I'm digging the atmosphere here, bro.
Right on, thank you.
And just don't purge me.
I'll try not to, man.
No, you look dope, bro. I like the look, bro. The music is fire. Everything you're doing, bro, you seem to be on the right path. So as we talk about you getting on that path, right? Let's get into the origins, because this is Comic Crusaders, man. We need to know an origin story, right? So let us know, like, where you OG from and just early inspiration in your life.
Sure, man. So originally I'm from the East Coast, New York area. I've been out here in Oakland for a while now, so currently based out of Oakland. I've been playing music for a long time. I've been painting and doing art for a long time. I would say maybe 10 years or so ago, I really kind of feel like I found my voice in painting. And it wasn't until I really found this new style for me at the time, which was what I call non-intellectual abstract or just free abstract. So I'm not painting figures and fruit or whatever. It's just channeling energy and color and, going wild with it. And I guess from there, Big Empty Zero is a new project. This is my debut album.
Hey!
Yeah, thank you. I've been in other bands and stuff, but I'm keeping it anonymous, so I'm not really gonna say who I played with or whatever, because that doesn't matter.
Gotcha. But I do want to know something.
Sure.
Because you're talking about, you love art, music. Which love came first?
That is a hard question to answer. I would say probably music. I mean, I think kids in general are natural artists. So, I mean, I'm sure I was doodling and stuff as a kid. But, I mean, some of my earliest memories, back in the 80s as a little kid, I was walking around with, my Walkman. And those are some of my earliest, happiest memories as a kid. And
you and me both, brother. I used to go to high school with my Walkman. And I swear to God, I was getting one like every 3 months because stuff would happen. You know how it goes. Man, but I always made sure that I had a tape mix, recorded off the radio, right, all the hot tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Made sure I bought the loudest headphones.
Oh,
and
yeah.
during class, I would sit in the back on purpose so I could leave them on my shoulder and basically blast the music. People love me for that. My teachers, not so much.
Nice.
I dig that, bro. And so when you got into the music, though, do you remember, like, what was that first song or style of music that grabbed your attention?
Yeah, I mean, that's another really good question. I would have to say Nirvana was a big part of that. And I think part of I think it was funny at the time. I was a kid, so a lot of adults didn't understand it, I feel like, and it hit me like right in the heart, Smells Like Teen Spirit, that just blew my mind as a kid. Not, of course, before that I was listening to music, but that really kind of spoke to me. And, for a while I was really into the heavy stuff, and it just broke me open to just want to explore all types of different sounds. Because at the time that was such a new sound, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and as I went through many different phases where I got super into electronic music, I got super into metal, I got super into jazz. Um,
What a
so
mix. I love it.
yeah, just a total music freak. Um, so yeah, I mean, going back to this project now, I mean, I have a hard time even describing it. I mean, it's electronic. There's no vocals or anything like that. It's definitely um, more of like a sound design project where I really went in and I crafted all of the sounds that you hear.
Gotcha.
Really, built my own synthesizer sounds from scratch.
Ooh. Did
Yeah,
you get any formal education, in music production creation prior to you even
I
starting
actually
out?
did. Yeah, I actually did. I've been working in the music industry for some time. So, but more as like an audio engineer, and like I said, I played in a few bands and stuff. Um, but this was my first sort of effort of putting myself out there as a solo artist,
Hmm.
and
What took so
yeah,
long for you to
you know,
finally take the step to say, I'm gonna do this myself?
right on. Yeah, that's a good question, man. Because I had a lot of friends that have been pushing me for a while to do my own thing.
Good. Those are good
Um,
friends.
yeah, and for me, I think it was just I'm my own worst critic, and I
Aren't
was
we
never,
all?
yeah, I was never satisfied with what I was doing, to the point that I wanted to share it, and I think part of the anonymous thing, part of I can be behind the mask. I don't have to put my face out there, and hopefully the music speaks for itself and the art speaks for itself. That's really what I'm trying to do here.
Do you feel that the mask helps you, kind of defeating all of
It
that?
does.
Does?
Definitely, man. Yeah, yeah. Because I don't want my face to be the thing. I mean, I want the music to be what it's all about. And
Woo!
the way I create music now is very different. I just same with the way that I paint. That's kind of where all this came from. Is going back to painting. Once I was able to really kind of let go and get my ego out of it, that's when I think I started to really get good. Um, because I think when I was thinking too much and I was saying, I put my ego into it and I was like, this is my painting, I would just mess it all up and then I'd stand back, I'd be like, this is not,
Mm.
But when you're able to really separate yourself from the art and not take ownership of it and just let the art sort of present itself to you as you're creating it, I think you get some great stuff that way. Yeah.
That's wisdom for the ages, kiddo.
Yeah,
For
thanks,
real.
man.
That's some truth about
Yeah.
just, it's true. Stop. Oh, it's mine. It's mine. That Daffy Duck.
Streams now for a while, and you know, I do feel like when I put on the mask, I become somebody else. I become Big Empty Zero, and you can call me Zero now too. My friends call me Zero. So
Love it.
I put the mask on. I'm Zero, and this is what I do.
I dig that because I understand that even though I'm not wearing a mask, the camera is like my mask, right?
Yeah,
So once this is on, my legal name no longer exists. I'm Al Mega.
yeah,
I dig
definitely.
that. I totally understand that. It's a good way to break it up mentally as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, not that we have multiple personalities, folks, all right?
yeah.
But maybe we do.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
so
Creative types were a weird bunch.
Zero, talk to me, man. What is this? What is this? Look how
Oh,
dope that cover is. That is so sick. And what are the meanings behind this right here? Because you got that. No, it's a skull, but
yeah.
I mean, it looks like it still has your skin on it. What?
Yeah, man. So skulls, I gotta say, I mean, I love skulls. I think when you look at a skull, it's a very powerful image. It's almost like looking in a mirror because we all have skulls, and that's underneath. That's you, you
Yep.
know.
And we all look the same underneath this. All those
Yes.
skulls. Could you really tell the difference between one or the other? I
No
can.
way. No way. So that's what this is, and Monster is the name of the album, and it's it is instrumental. There are no lyrics, but for me, it does have a meaning. The monster really is, in a way, myself being able to kind of overcome, things in the past, whether they were traumas or, just things that I'm not proud of or whatever, and just growing up and growing past that. Um, there's a lot to it. And if you go through and you look at the song titles, I don't know if I'll get too into that, but you can see, I mean, there's a progression in there. The first song on the album is called Monsters Among Us, and the last song on the album is called Progress. And just, going on the vibe and the feel of the different songs, it was really sort of a look at coming from the feeling that there's all these negative things around me to progressing away from that and realizing that I can't blame everything else. I can only take ownership for myself and do the things that I need to do to progress in life and move past that.
Uh, digging it. See, folks, the music has a story. Because I'm a
Yeah,
big story guy. And I like how you said, monsters to progress. And I was like, yeah. Sometimes we may start a little harder, but then
yeah.
progress. I mean, we see that in a lot of music, certain genres where we see people that work in the street, if you will.
Oh
And
yeah,
now they're CEOs, not even needing to live that life. Progress,
totally, totally. Yeah.
you know? So talk about then uh, the music now, and you
Yeah.
digging into the album. I mean, how long was this project
Oh
in the
man.
making?
Several years, definitely. Uh, and the pandemic definitely, at least at first, slowed things down. Um, I would say through, I mean, and now with the pandemic, that we're this far into it, past couple of years are even a blur. So, I mean, I would say in total, I've been working on this thing for, you know, almost 4 years now.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
how was it to work as a musician, as an artist during COVID? I mean, did you
Great,
find
bro.
things difficult or did you dig in more?
No, by the time COVID hit, things were pretty close. And then it was really more about just getting back into it. Because there was a gap there where I wasn't doing the work. COVID really kind of screwed things up for me, for a lot of people. And yeah, so getting back into it and going back into the mix side of things and really digging into the mix, you know, uh, portion. But before that, it was a slow process because, like I said, this was sort of it started as a sound design project in a lot of ways where, I was writing songs, but I was also designing my own sounds and designing my own, synths and even dialing in my own drum sounds and things like
Okay,
that.
you were composing, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, from that point, it, I want to say for even a year, I was just getting stuff together, and some of them were, pretty, I don't want to say complete, but further along songs. Some of them were just sketches of songs, not even anywhere near the final product. Um, and yeah, from there, I got to where I was really comfortable and like ready to make this project. And I went into the studio. I worked with a buddy of mine. His name's Kevin Fredrickson. He's got a studio here in Oakland. And
Salute.
yeah. I mean, and we went in and just we built these things out, and I think made some really great songs. He was even able to take on more of a producer role, and we
Nice.
added, more songwriting elements. And he's really big into modular synthesis, so we went even further and made more synthesizer sounds
Ooh,
to add on. Yeah, it was crazy. We did a bunch of stuff, and he's got a great studio where we were able to take all that digital stuff and run it through the analog world, if you will,
wow.
and
Going old school.
totally, man, and get some of that analog warmth and just add this incredible depth to these songs. And then even from that point, then once I had all of these songs, I I whittled it down to what I thought was the 5 best tracks.
Oh, wait a minute. You said you
Yeah,
whittled it down.
I
So can you
whittled it down,
tease
man.
like how
So,
many tracks did you have
oh
there?
man, I probably had, I want to say 10 to 12 songs.
Whoa, okay.
And,
Wow. That must
you
have been
know,
what a
just,
process to
and,
choose.
and yeah, I mean, just because you throw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall doesn't mean it all sticks, you know?
I hear you.
So,
Is that what you did? Let me put the name of this song here on this piece of spaghetti. Nah, it didn't stick.
yeah, kind of, man. And I'm not saying that those other songs that didn't make it weren't good. I just don't think everything that we did, uh,
Fit the narrative.
yeah, fit what I was going for with this project. So we whittled it down, and what I have now, I think, is like the best that I could have gotten. So I mean, I'm super proud of this album. It means a lot to me that it's out there. It means a lot to me that people are digging it, and we've been getting great feedback.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
What type of exposure are you getting? Like, what are you doing to make sure people know that this album is out there? This EP.
I'm putting it everywhere I can, man.
Oh,
And being signed to a label like Noodle Bake has been tremendously helpful.
so look, I saw them. Oh, wait a minute. You mentioned Needle Bay. Hold on, but I gotta
Yeah,
do a quick screen share
sure.
before we continue chatting here. Now that you mentioned them, they actually have a little trailer they share on Twitter. So I figure, all right, let me see.
Oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
All right. Anyway, I got a sample of that. I'll share the link in the body of the notes, folks, so you can get a nice, clearer sound.
Right
Not just
on,
that,
man.
but I'm going to share the Bandcamp right there because look at it. This is where you could get it too on digital download, right?
Yep.
Great. I mean, bigempty0.bandcamp.com, album/monster. All right,
Sure.
folks, you know how to spell that. Now,
Yeah, I
what's
think
up, man?
you just look me up on Bandcamp or whatever, you'll find it. Big Empty
Look up Big
Zero.
Empty Zero. That's it. There's
You'll
only
find me.
one.
Yeah, and it's everywhere now. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on all that stuff.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, bro, are you going to be doing any touring or anything on this album? Do you have any plans to make any
I
appearances
don't.
anywhere?
Yeah, I don't have any immediate plans to do that. That may happen down the road as things start to open up or whatever. In the meantime, I do a live stream on my Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday.
Ooh, what
Um,
time?
uh, Late night, so 9 p.m. here on the West Coast. That's 12:30 in the morning on the East Coast.
Okay. So you want to
Um,
stay up late. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, if you go to my Twitch, you can see all past broadcasts and stuff. So you can watch me anytime. One of the things I like to do on my Twitch that's pretty fun is I do live performances. So I have a little synthesizer drum machine kind of setup going on, and yeah, so I do live performances. And the other thing that I'll do is I'm a big fan of horror movies. So I'll put on like an old school horror film from the 60s or something, like something with Vincent Price or Night of the Living Dead or one of those. And I'll actually do a live music score along to the film.
Oh, fire. Word.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, Mystery Science Theater? Screw that. This is music
exactly.
science theater right
Yeah,
here.
it's Mystery Science Theater, but I'm not telling jokes, I'm playing music.
I would dig that. 'Cause, again, how important a score is to music. I mean, if you
Totally.
could manipulate an old movie with modern sounds, dude, that shit must be insane.
Yeah, that's the
So
idea, man.
I gotta go sign up to that channel. Folks, you want to know which one to sign up? Right there. Again, Big Empty Zero on Insta, Twitter, and Twitch. You heard it. He does this twice a week live. I'm
Yep.
digging that, bro. So talk to me there then, as a creator.
Yeah.
And you say you've been in the business for a minute. How important have social tools been, in getting the message out to you?
Huge, huge, man. You know, Twitter has been insane. I mean, I've actually been like some of my best friends now are people I know from Twitter. It's
Isn't
crazy.
that funny?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, tremendous support from Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, another thing that we do on my Twitter page is I host something I call Weekend Horror Party. So every weekend I host a watch party. There's a Twitter group, but you need an invite. So if you hit me up on my Twitter, I'll send you an invite. Or you can go on my page and probably find the link somewhere and join.
Oh, scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So we do that usually every Saturday night. We'll watch like kind of a more modern horror movie. We've done some of the older ones too, but you can watch the old ones on my page, and then the Weekend Horror Party, we watch some of the newer stuff, and
When
it's
you
great.
say newer, are we talking like within the last 10 years or so? Type?
Sometimes, I mean, we watched like a Fulci film from, the late '70s, not too long ago. Just whatever we find, and this whole thing started with a friend of mine, and somebody I met on Twitter, and we just said, hey, let's do a watch party, and it's just from there, it's just been growing and growing. I think we got like 30 members right now.
Good for you. Now, since you mentioned horror, man, because I'm a horror man myself, what was the horror movie that got you hooked like a fish?
Oh man, so another great question, a hard question to answer because there's so many.
It's hard.
But I'll tell you the one film that actually scared me. The only film that has ever scared me.
All right.
Jaws.
Jaws? Okay.
Jaws. I was a little kid. I think my babysitter had it on or something. And that movie scared the crap out of me, man. And to the point where like in my core, I'm still scared to go I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm still scared to go in the ocean because sharks are real and they're out there.
Are they horror
movies? Every other horror movie I've ever seen, I mean, it's all fantasy, right? It's all zombies, demons, whatever. None of that stuff is real, so it doesn't bother me. But sharks, man, I don't mess with the ocean.
You see, I love horror, and horror, it may gag me sometimes. Like, oh man, that's nasty, not scare me.
Yeah.
The only movie that scared the shit out of me, I was also a kid, and it was a damn made-for-TV movie, The Day After Tomorrow, about nuclear war. And the one image that never got out of my head is when they saw the missiles exploded, there was these two kids running, and they basically turned into bone.
Okay, wow.
As a kid, this is the eras where they were talking about nuclear war with Russia.
Yeah.
So, bro, I was like, I ran out my cousin's house.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? That really scared me, bro.
That is scary because that could be real.
We have somebody threatening that nowadays.
Yeah.
We live under that constant threat, and it's horrible. Why do those weapons even exist, man? Where's Superman when you need him?
Seriously.
Let's love, let's live, let's create. Because look what Zero doing. He ain't wasting no time. It's inspiration. Somebody that's actually trying to do something for the world. This flowers time, Zero.
Thanks, man.
I don't know. Would you, before I give you the flowers, if you had a choice, villain or hero, or anti-hero?
As far as like who I am?
Yeah.
Obviously you can see I look kind of like a villain.
Yeah.
But
you remind me of Reynaldo Jones, which is an anti-hero. Look that up afterwards.
Okay, and I'll go for anti-hero. Anti-hero or hero. I look like a villain. This is just a nod to the horror genre. Truthfully, I'm totally a pacifist. So you don't have to worry about me.
Folks. I dig that though. That's you got that purge stuff going on because I know you're not gonna want to do it. Shit, you better move to the side if I see you. It's scary. I like that look though.
Thanks, man.
This is fat. So flower time. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being brave and bold enough to sharing your vision, sharing your talent, sharing your skill.
Thanks, man.
That's what it is. You're gonna own the world. For real.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You got this, kid.
I got one more thing to show you, man.
What you got?
This is I don't know if you can see this on my camera there. This is the record right here. We got vinyl. It's kind of dark in here. I apologize.
There you go. Oh, gorgeous.
We got some liner notes on the back.
Oh wow. Yo, how do you feel? You're holding a vinyl, bro.
Let me show you the best part here. This is a white vinyl.
Whoa!
How often do you see that, right?
You don't hardly
You
so
don't, yeah.
sexy. Oh
So I'm
my.
pretty stoked about this.
Yo, that's a collector's edition right there.
It is, and it's very limited edition. Very limited edition. I only have 15 of these made.
So where can we get them if we needed one?
Go over to my Bandcamp. I got a few for sale, and after that, it's gone.
Wow, dude, how do you feel about that? I mean, such a big comeback on vinyl. That's something again. I'm in my mid 40s. So, it was vinyl tapes and then CDs came out.
Totally, man. I love it. It's a tangible thing you can hold and look at and put up on the wall if you want. I'm not gonna lie, it's a novelty. It's a novelty. To be able to have this, I mean, I was in a band where we would sell out of cassette tapes. I never got it. I never understood it, but people would buy our cassette tapes because they want a physical thing.
I mean,
And
my collection on cassette tapes. I mean, my very first cassette tape. You remember back in the day, you could get like 12 tapes for a penny?
oh yeah.
One of the first ones I ordered was that first Bon Jovi album.
Oh my god.
On tape. I mean, I demagnetized that tape since I played it so much. You know what I mean? You know how hard it is to magnetize a tape, folks? All right? Look that up.
Yeah. You wear it out.
Yeah, it's wonderful, bro. Well, I mean, it's great stuff, man. Would you ever release yours on tape as a nostalgia thing?
This record probably not, but I may do. I may have some other, interesting merch items in the future. So we'll see. Yeah.
You have other swag too? T-shirts?
I do, man. I got T-shirts. I got hoodies. I got one of the great things about being on Noodle Bake Records. I got my own skateboard.
You have a skateboard.
I got a skateboard. You can check it out on my Bandcamp. And then I also,
you bored?
back in the day, I used to. I was never very good, but I used to. Dan over at Noodle Bake is a great skater. He's way better than me, and I don't know. Hopefully, people will like it. I'd love to see some people do some cool tricks on my skateboard.
No, you better share them videos when you get that board with Big Empty Zero on the socials. Look on Insta, Twitter, Twitch. I'm showing you. Make it easy. You get the board. Show them how you flip and rock that joint. All right, real. But you got to pick up the album and see the sweet swag and get one of those vinyls, yo. Because if you're a real collector, that's what you need in your life, right there. Vinyl like that. That vinyl is a piece of art. It's gorgeous. I mean, you see some stuff like that, man, hanging on your wall. This is a conversation piece.
Absolutely.
It's like with the red. For me, it's right there. Consider with a mount. It's like,
exactly.
I'm digging it. The album already tells you there's no vocal. That's in the red.
Yep.
I dig it. That's what I'm saying. Very artistic, and I could get that. So,
thanks, man. And the other thing too is if you do go over to the Bandcamp page, I have a bunch of original paintings on there for sale as well.
That's the last question I wanted to ask you. So I'm happy you actually mentioned that. Have you ever done an art show?
Yes, a bunch. Although, as Big Empty Zero, we're starting fresh. So that's one of the things this year I'm going to try to get back into. Do some art shows for Big Empty Zero. Maybe do some performances there as well.
Hell yeah! You mixed that bad boy up. Art show, music show. What?
Yeah, that's the idea, man.
Party, boy. You got this. If you ever hit down the East Coast, let me know.
Absolutely. Where are you located?
Well, I'm in Orlando right now, but who knows how much longer? I move around a lot. Yeah, man. Almega's almost like Bruce Banner.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you've been such a great guest, man.
Thank you, man.
I dig it. Don't you worry about that music. People are gonna listen to that at the bottom, man. Since I'm gonna fix it up for you. Don't you worry.
Right on, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you having me on. It was great to meet you, man.
No, likewise. Don't you worry. I'm your media partner now. So you send me anything you got, and I'll share this with the Crusader family because I know that if I dig it, so will my fellow Crusaders all over the world. All right?
Oh,
so,
yeah,
folks, last time, I got to repeat this. If I can't state you enough, support real artists. And I mean, this artist is like a double whammy. Music and art. You know what I mean? So please follow Big Empty at Insta, Twitter, Twitch. and the Bandcamp. Get that swag. Support independent music. Support musicians and artists. Right there. Zero's at Big Empty. Zero.bandcamp.com/album/monster. Support. And I really meant that, yo. If somebody got that board, I would love to see some trick videos, yo. Please.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I'll try to post some on my Instagram once we get some footage.
Yo, that would be. There you go. It might be pre-show.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to watch a cartoon. You know, we watch people flipping the deck right here.
Yeah.
I love it.
We gotta bring back skate tapes. You remember
Oh my
those?
God, yes.
We gotta bring those back, man.
You look at you wearing your mask because it's obviously you're showing your age. Just kidding though. But you've been awesome, folks. You know what to do besides following the big homie. Make sure to follow us too, Comic Crusaders, On the Cover Capes, The Real Omega, everywhere on your socials. Check out my extended family outside the panels, Definitive Crusade, Old Timers Comic Book Show, No Price Podcast, Cinema Crusade, Sloppy Spoilers, Think Indie, Thundercats. Oh my God, we have some. I need to scroll. We have so many, but you know what to do. Just visit us at comiccrusaders.com, undercovercapes.com, and that's where the business is at. And with that, it's Zero and Mega. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.